Well, joining us now from Nablus in the northern West Bank is Osama Nazzal. He's a Palestinian affairs expert and editor of the Ramallah-based radio Voice of Palestine. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Now, installing those metal detectors after last week's fatalities in the Old City has sparked a major backlash, but they're just a small part of a bigger argument over the so-called status quo at the sacred site, aren't they?
First of all, thank you for having me. The Israeli occupation decision to keep the metal detectors and to detract the Palestinians' right to worship in Al-Aqsa Mosque is really a decision that generates more provocation of religious sentiment and leading the situation towards heating up and towards escalation. And Israel is aware of its measures and its decisions by this, as it wants to tell the Palestinians that there is no way for peace with you, there is no opportunity for peace, and Israel is using the security issue as a pretext to pressure the Palestinians more and to implement its agenda concerning Jerusalem, as it is isolating Jerusalem from the rest of the Palestinian territories and making the life of the Palestinians in Jerusalem as if impossible. Israel wants to tell the Americans in new attempts to get the two parties back to negotiations that there is no opportunity for these negotiations and it is better not to restart these negotiations. So the situation is getting from bad to worse in the Palestinian territories. Today, the Israeli occupation forces killed 2 Palestinians, injured dozens, and installed many checkpoints on the Palestinian roads, dismembering the Palestinian cities and villages.
You say that it's gone from bad to worse. It's interesting, though, isn't it? Because we know that Benjamin Netanyahu held a cabinet meeting last night to come up with a compromise to limit or end these troubles. But what ended up happening was he delegated authority to the police and allowed the over 50s access to prayers at Al-Aqsa. How did that go down?
Yeah, the Israeli Prime Minister and the Israeli government, instead of looking for compromises with the Palestinians, I think the solution is clear. They should look for ways to end their occupation for the Palestinian land and to commit to the resolutions of the United Nations vis-à-vis the Palestinian cause, to let the Palestinians establish their statehood with East Jerusalem as its capital. This is what the Israeli government should work on instead of looking for compromises. The Palestinians have nothing today to compromise about or over. The Palestinians are clear. Their hands are extended for peace, doing their best for more than 2 decades to achieve peace with the Israelis. And the peace equation on the Palestinian side is clear. Full Israeli withdrawal from the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem, and no Israeli colonial settlements on the Palestinian land, with East Jerusalem as the capital. That is the only solution. While Israel is trying to use the current situation and what happened in Jerusalem last week to implement its policy and its agenda, which aims at shattering any dreams for achieving the Palestinian statehood. This is what the Israeli Prime Minister is doing now, and I think that the international community and the Arab world and all the world that is interested in peace should tell Netanyahu to stop and to pressure his government to stop these monstrous, barbaric, inhuman actions against the Palestinians. Israel is creating facts, encroaching gradually and taking over, telling the world that it does what it wants without any consequences.